Heartwarming twist. Wealthy Arab laughs at black girl's dance. What happens next will shock you. Maya stepped onto the makeshift stage, her heart pounding and every eye in the crowd fixed on her. The sun dipped low, painting the sky in purple and gold hues, as her neighborhood gathered for the annual talent show, a night that promised hope. With every beat pulsing through her veins, she twirled, her feet flying like leaves in the wind, and her spirit danced like flames. She poured her dreams into every move, her modest living room transformed into a sanctuary of rhythm and grace, even as financial struggles loomed over her family like dark clouds. People cheered, neighbors encouraged. But from the back, a mocking laughter cut through the warm summer air. It was Ali. He was well-dressed, embodying everything Maya wasn't, yet his laughter, a low, condescending sound, echoed around the stage. "What does she think she is doing?" He snickered, an audience of privilege around him smirking. Just like that, the glow of Maya's performance dimmed. Embarrassment washed over her, stirring a fire fueled by indignation. How could he laugh when her passion shone brighter than his money? Despite Ali's scoffing, her family's faith in her didn't waver. "Forget him, Maya," her mom shouted from the front row, her eyes sparkling with pride. "Dance from your heart." Encouragement surged around her, wrapping her in a warm embrace. Neighbors from every corner offered support, pooling their resources for her to enter a dance competition, a golden opportunity that had the power to change everything. The energy shifted, hope grew, threading everyone together in a tapestry of love. Then came Layla, Ali's younger sister, a reluctant participant in the rehearsals. Despite her initial reluctance, curiosity twisted her expression as she watched Maya dance. Time passed, and in each practice, Layla found herself fascinated how Maya's footwork flowed and how she painted her emotions with every twirl. The walls between them began to crumble, revealing a budding friendship born of admiration, as Layla learned to see beyond social boundaries. The countdown to the competition began. Ali watched, bewildered by Layla's shift in spirit. What was he seeing? His sister smiling, her joy sparking something inside him, confusion, curiosity, awakening. Captivated by Maya's grace, he couldn't reconcile his upbringing with the artistry he now witnessed. A storm brewed within him, a battle between privilege and newfound understanding. On competition day, all tension and anticipation electrified the air. Peach and soft violet lights glimmered as Maya stepped into the spotlight, and her heart thundered. Yet, with each beat, she found grounding, each familiar breath fueled the fire of her spirit. She began, her body moving with such fervor, alive with the very essence of her dreams. Cheers erupted. She embraced the stage, the audience lost in the magic she spun with every leap. But amid the applause, Ali's presence weighed on her. Could she rise above his doubt? Before we continue, I need to let you know about something important that's happening. YouTube has been making changes to the system and many people are losing notifications from channels they follow. If you're enjoying the content, hit that bell and mark all notifications so you don't miss the next videos. And if you can drop a like, it really helps me with reach. Seriously, it makes a difference. Oh, let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I'm always curious to know who's on the other side of the screen. Now let's continue. Maya danced like the universe depended on it, her passion igniting something in Ali. As he stood there, the walls that once defined him began to crumble. In those moments of breathtaking beauty, would he stand in support, or would he retreat into the shadows of privilege? The answer loomed, holding the weight of a community's spirit and dreams, as everything hung in the balance. Maya spun with a passion that filled the air like a melody. With every twist and jump, she poured her heart onto the stage, channeling all her frustrations, dreams, and hopes into each movement. The crowd roared, but amidst the joyous shouts, Ali's skeptical gaze pierced her confidence like a sharp arrow. She could sense his lingering doubt, but she pushed it aside, focusing instead on the friendly faces roiling in encouragement. Layla stood at the front, her eyes wide, caught in the enchantment. For the first time, she was seeing through Maya's eyes, the sheer power of expression in dance, something that transcended wealth and status. Each movement told a story of struggle, resilience, and joy. It was infectious, and she couldn't help but sway slightly, compelled to move with Maya. The realization that she could feel a kinship with someone from a different world awakened something deep within her. As the performance progressed, Maya noticed a flicker of admiration in more than just Layla's expression. Ali was no longer just a cold observer, he seemed caught off guard, his usually stoic facade wavering. Maya stole a glance from the corner of her eye, catching him in a moment of vulnerability. His lips, once curled in mockery, pressed into a thin line, confusion danced in his gaze. Did he feel the weight of his privilege? Did he understand what it meant to rise above judgment and embrace diversity? With her final leap, Maya landed with a flourish, her spirit soaring higher. The crowd erupted, their applause echoing through the evening air like thunder. For Maya, time froze, the cheers became a balm for her soul. How could she doubt herself when this community rallied in love and unity? As she recovered from her breathtaking performance, she spotted Layla rushing towards her, a beaming smile on her face. "Maya, that was incredible," Layla said, her words spilling over in excitement. "I've never felt anything like that. You make it look so easy, like you're flying." Maya laughed, her heart swelling with joy. "Thank you, Layla. It's all about feeling the music. It's part of me." Suddenly, she noticed Ali, rooted in place, his expression shifting dramatically. The uncertainty on his face morphed into something almost heartfelt. He stepped forward, hesitation written all over him. In an instant, the laughter that once filled his voice felt like a distant echo. "Hey, you," he called out, voice steadying, each word dropping like heavy stones in the silent air. The crowd quieted. This was not what anyone expected. "What you did, it was impressive. I didn't think I didn't get it before." Maya held her breath, uncertain. Would he turn this into another joke? Instead, he surprised her. "You dance like you own the stage. I never thought someone from your side could." He hesitated again, words struggling to flow. "Dance like that." Maya's heart raced. Was this a bridge? A crack in the wall that divided their worlds? Before she could respond, the announcer called for the results. There was a collective intake of breath, anticipation mingling with hope. Her family clutched each other tightly, their eyes filled with what Maya could only describe as yearning. What if she won? The announcer stood at the center, a nervous laugh leaving his lips. "And the winner of this year's talent show is the." Moment stretched, like an elastic band pulled taut. Maya's eyes were glued. Could her dreams finally burst free? As the name echoed out, joy and surprise rippled through the crowd. But more importantly, she caught a glimpse of Ali's face. In that moment, something changed. An understanding flickered in his eyes, a connection formed that could shift their narrative forever. Will this be it? Maya thought, anticipation simmering as reality approached. She took a deep breath, ready to step into whatever came next. The announcer's voice rang in Maya's ears, each syllable echoing like the beating of her heart. The anticipation around her felt electric, as if every member of the audience held their breath alongside her. She felt like she was suspended in time, the world narrowing to just this moment when the announcement would shape her destiny. And the winner is Maya Williams. A wave of emotion crashed over her as the name tumbled from the announcer's lips. Shock swept through her. Could it truly be her? The applause erupted like fireworks, and she was suddenly overtaken by a tide of happiness that surged right through her. She leapt from the ground, a whirlwind of joy transforming her modest celebration into an explosion of gratitude. "Did you hear that?" Layla's voice rang in her ears, bright as the sun. "You did it. You really did it." As the crowd cheered, Maya felt warmth envelop her. She glanced toward her family, their joy reflected in teary eyes and wide-open smiles. They were beaming, hearts full as they reached out for her, celebrating this moment of triumph together. Still reeling from the win, she spotted Ollie standing at the back of the crowd, his expression a mixture of bewilderment and admiration. Instead of the mocking smirk she expected, there was a flicker of something sincere, a recognition of art and effort that also held a trace of respect. His brows were knitted together in thought, as if he were wrestling with a new perspective. Maya felt a spark ignite. This was more than a victory for her. It was a chance, a shift not just in her life but perhaps in the way Ollie viewed their worlds, the narrowing of the chasm that had always separated them. As she took her first steps toward the stage to accept her award, the cheers washed over her, mingling with her own thoughts. Could this win really change things? Her heart raced not just from celebration, but from the weight of possibility that lay ahead. Maya took the small trophy, shining silver in the spotlight, and held it high above her head. "I'm so grateful," she called out, her voice breaking through the noise. "This is proof that dreams can come true, no matter where you start." The crowd responded, their excitement fueling a vibrant atmosphere. But amidst the joy, Maya still felt the ghost of uncertainty lingering. What would this all mean for her life, her relationship with Ollie, and her future in dance? Ollie stepped closer, now part of the unfolding moment, the distance between them gradually closing. "You were incredible out there," he said, the admiration genuine in his tone. "I could never do what you did. I think I underestimated you. I'm sorry." Maya's heart soared but was also heavy with the complexity of his words. He saw her, really saw her, but how could the shift change what lay between them? "Thank you, Ollie," she replied, searching for the right words. "It means a lot coming from you." As they stood there, two worlds colliding in a sea of celebration, an unexpected connection had begun to weave its way through their shared moment. But just as quickly as it came, doubts crept in. Could they navigate the complexities of their differences? Would this just be a fleeting moment, or could their paths truly intertwine from here on out? As Maya looked around at the faces of the crowd, then back at Ollie, she felt the weight of their moment hang delicately in the air. What could come next? What would tomorrow bring? The possibility loomed ahead, but she had a feeling it was only the beginning of something much bigger. What were they both ready to discover? The applause began to fade, but the warmth from the crowd still thrummed against Maya's skin. The trophy felt heavy in her hand, not just because of its weight, but because it represented everything she had fought for. She stood there, suspended in a moment that felt both exhilarating and vulnerable. Ollie remained beside her, his expression shifting as he struggled to articulate what lay behind those newfound emotions. "I can't believe how wrong I was about your talent," he said, his voice lower now, less exuberant but edged with sincerity. "People like me, we don't see the hard work behind the art. It's easy to take the spotlight for granted." Maya knitted her brows, sensing the gravity in his admission. She had always thought Ollie lived in a different world, one filled with privilege and expectation. In her own world, every move she made, every hour in the studio, had been driven by relentless passion and commitment. "It's not about where you come from," she replied quietly, feeling the truth in her own words. "It's about the fight you put in." A flicker of understanding crossed Ollie's face, and she couldn't help but feel the pull of their conversation. Just then, a wave of people rushed toward her, clamoring for embraces, congratulations, and selfies. Layla swooped in, lifting Maya off the ground in a jubilant hug. "You're a star now. Just wait until the world knows your name." As Layla turned to celebrate with others, Maya caught Ollie smiling, a genuine spark lighting up his eyes. Whatever walls had existed between them felt more like fragile paper now, ready to dissolve in the light of their shared experiences. "Hey," he said, stepping closer again, "can we talk later? I'd like to understand more, about your journey, I mean." Maya hesitated, her heart racing. After all they shared in this moment, could she let him in? "Yeah, sure," she replied, the word tasting a little sweeter on her tongue than she had anticipated. As the night stretched on, the festival illuminated in a spectrum of colors, Maya danced in the spotlight of her own feelings, but traces of anxiety still gripped her. Would Ollie understand her struggles? Would he always be there for her, or was this newfound connection just a fleeting moment in the grand scheme of their lives? As she made her way back to her family, joy seeping into her bones, she felt the quiet whisper of uncertainty. There was so much more ahead of her. What would the future hold for her dancing? For her relationship with Ollie? The rest of the evening blended into a blur of laughter and dancing, yet when the crowd began to thin and the sun dipped low, Maya felt an innate longing to catalogue her feelings. Standing outside in the cool breeze, she pulled out her phone, hesitating before typing a message to Ollie. "Tonight meant a lot to me. Can we really talk like you said?" Just as she pressed send, her heart raced at the thought of what might come. Would this be the beginning of something profound? She thought back to Ollie's words, the way he had noticed her struggle. Maybe this was the shift that could lead to understanding. Yet another part of her wondered if she could even trust this change. In the shadow of the night, under the soft glow of streetlights, Maya glanced around, her heart pounding. What would their conversation reveal? What did she truly want? As the stars began to twinkle overhead, casting challenges and possibilities alike, she turned to face the horizon. The path ahead seemed both daunting and full of promise if only she could take the next courageous step. What would she discover when she finally confronted the truth? The next day dawned with a crispness that sent a jolt of energy through Maya. She had barely slept, her mind replaying the moments of the night before like a favorite song. Ollie's words, the laughter, and the applause. Even the weight of the trophy sitting on her desk reminded her of the triumph and the fragility beneath it all. As she prepared for the day, her phone buzzed relentlessly. Ollie's message popped up, "I'm free after school if you want to talk. Just let me know where." Her heart fluttered, uncertainty merging with excitement. She hesitated, then quickly typed, "Meet me at the cafe near the river." It felt like a safe choice, a place that was both familiar and comforting. The hours dragged as Maya went through her classes, her focus wavering. Her friends witnessed her distracted state, teasing her about her star status. But every quip only added weight to her thoughts. Was she really ready for this conversation with Ollie? Would he understand how raw her journey had been? Finally, the last bell rang, and she practically flew out the door, brushing past the chatter of other students. The cafe was blissfully quiet as she settled at a table by the window, trying to calm the butterflies in her stomach. She ordered a chai tea, hoping the warmth would soothe her racing heart. Minutes ticked by, each one loud in its silence. Just as doubt began creeping in, the door swung open, and Ollie stepped in, scanning the room until his eyes landed on her. He smiled, that same spark lighting up his face, and it instantly put her at ease. "Hey," he said, sliding into the seat opposite her. "This place is nice." "It is," she replied, cradling her cup, feeling the warmth seep into her fingertips. They exchanged small talk, but the air around them crackled with unspoken words. Maya could sense the depth of the conversation looming on the horizon, waiting to be traversed. Ollie leaned in, his fingers tapping nervously against the table. "So, I wanted you to know that I've been thinking a lot about what you said last night. About the fight you put in." "Yes?" She met his gaze, and her pulse quickened. "I've really been privileged, and I didn't know what it felt like to struggle for something you love." His sincerity cut through her hesitation. "What's it like? I mean, how do you keep pushing when things get hard?" Maya's heart constricted. This was the moment she had been waiting for, the moment to show Ollie the real her, the triumphs, the tears, the nights when she felt invisible. "Every day can feel like a new mountain to climb," she started, finding her rhythm. "Each step is heavy, but then you feel moments of pure joy that make it worth it. Like last night. And it's not easy, but it's real." Ollie listened intently, nodding. "I get that. We all have our challenges, I guess." Maya's breath hitched. She could see him grappling with his own issues beneath the surface. Their conversation flowed, revealing layers of understanding few people ever glimpsed between them. Maya opened up about her family's sacrifices, about the dance studio where she poured her soul, and the nights filled with doubt that loomed like dark clouds. "I never want to take the spotlight for granted again," Ali confessed. "You deserve every bit of it. I want to support your journey." His words washed over her. But just as she began to believe in this connection, her phone buzzed again. As she pulled it out to check, a message from a number she didn't recognize flashed on the screen. "I know who you really are, and I see through your facade." Chills ran down her spine. What did this mean? Ali noticed her sudden shift, concern etching across his face. "Maya? What's wrong?" She stared at the message, heart racing. The past she thought she had conquered was creeping back in. What truth was this stranger hinting at? Maya breathed deeply, trying to gather her thoughts. "Just a message I didn't expect," she murmured. A moment stretched between them filled with uncertainty. The weight of her past hovered over her like a shadow, and she knew she had to confront it. Would this be another fight for the truth? Would Ali still stand by her side? As the cafe buzzed around them, the path ahead felt more tangled than ever. What hidden battles lay in wait for Maya to face? Maya's fingers trembled as she switched off her phone. The words from the mysterious sender hung in the air between her and Ali, thickening the atmosphere in the cozy cafe. She took a shaky breath, trying to center herself. "I'm sorry," she started, her voice barely a whisper. "It was just unexpected." Ali leaned forward, eyes filled with concern and curiosity. "Do you want to talk about it?" "You know, whatever it is, I'm here." His warmth enveloped her, but the weight of the message loomed large. Maya wanted to open up, to say everything swirling in her mind. But how could she let someone in when her past felt like both a weapon and a shield? A small knot twisted in her stomach. "I think someone is trying to mess with me." She bit her lip, deciding whether to reveal more. But before she could elaborate, her phone buzzed again. Another message from the same unknown number flashed on the screen. "You can't hide from your truth forever, Maya." Her heart dropped. What truth? Panic spread like wildfire. Ali noticed her pallor and reached for her hand, his grip warm and reassuring. "Okay, we'll figure this out together," he said firmly. The intensity in his eyes offered her a strange comfort amid her turmoil. Maya felt a flicker of hope. Here was this boy, willing to stand beside her, even when shadows hounded her every step. She pulled her hand away, needing to reclaim some of her strength. I don't want you to see me differently because of my past." Ali shook his head. I'm not here to judge you. You've shown me a side of you that is incredible. I'd rather focus on your future." Their eyes locked, and for a moment, the world outside fell away. But then, that creeping sense of dread returned. She needed to respond. "I think I should talk to them," Maya confessed, almost to herself. "I need to know who this is." But would uncovering the truth mean entering a battle she wasn't ready for? "I'll go with you," Ali replied, without hesitation. His voice was both soothing and determined. Maya's heart swelled. "You don't have to." "I want to." His gaze didn't waver. "You're not alone in this. Just tell me when." The weight lifted slightly, but dread still lingered. How deep did her past run? She shivered just thinking about it. They stood up, the cafe's warmth fading as they walked outside. The evenings had turned brisk, enticing them to quicken their pace. "Let us not dwell too much on this now," Ali suggested. "How about we celebrate your win a little more?" She chuckled, the sound a little more genuine now. "Celebrating with a green tea sounds a little less exhilarating than last night." "Okay, maybe not green tea," he smirked, nudging her playfully. How about we just grab some ice cream by the river instead? Ice cream sounded like a fantastic idea, so they walked side by side, sharing easy banter. Maya felt the weight of the message momentarily lift, as laughter and silliness filled the gaps. But as they stood in line, Ali's phone rang. He excused himself for a moment to take the call. Maya watched the river shimmer in the twilight, trying to focus on the beauty around her. Just then, her phone flickered with another notification. Your facade won't last long, Maya. They're all watching you. Panic surged through her. She turned her screen off and took a steadying breath. The shadows were creeping back in. When Ali returned, she forced a smile, but inside, her heart raced. Maya? He asked, his eyes searching hers. You okay? Yeah, just thinking. Ali narrowed his eyes, unconvinced. You sure? She nodded, but deep within her, something felt off. The questions tumbled back into her mind. Who was sending these messages? What truth did they hold? And could she really keep Ali by her side through whatever was coming? As they headed to a well-lit bench by the river, Maya knew the night wasn't over yet. She had a battle to prepare for, one where revelations could change everything. With each step, the question echoed in her mind. Just what truth lay hidden beneath the surface, waiting for her to confront it? The river lapped gently against the banks, the rhythm soothing yet haunting. As they settled onto the bench, the golden light from the lamps flickered like scattered stars. Maya held her breath, the gnawing anxiety twisting her stomach tighter. Hey, Ali said softly, breaking the silence. What's the deal with these texts? They're clearly bothering you. His voice was a mix of concern and encouragement, urging her to unpack the weight on her shoulders. I don't know, it feels like I'm being watched, she finally confessed, her tone edged with fear. They know something about me, something I'm not ready to face. I've built this life to leave all of that behind, and now it feels like it's catching up with me. Ali shifted closer, the warmth radiating from him steadying her. Whatever it is, you don't have to take it on alone. Just tell me what you can. Maybe I can help you figure it out. Maya glanced at the water, reflecting her simmering emotions. Could she trust him with her past, a tangled web of secrecy and hurt? Years ago, I made decisions I thought I could run away from. I wanted to start fresh, to be someone else. But now it feels like a ghost from that past is after me. Ali's expression remained soft, patience woven into his features. Everyone has a past, Maya. It's not the past that defines us. It's how we choose to move forward. His words raked through her heart, stirring up a blend of hope and trepidation. She wanted to believe him, to think that could be true. But the specter of her history loomed larger with every passing moment. Another message chimed on her phone, and she recoiled instinctively, as if it were alive. I can't do this, she whispered. I'm scared of what they'll reveal. Scared it'll tear us apart. Then let us take it one step at a time, Ali said gently. You deserve to be free of it. Together, we can face whoever this is. We're on the same team. Maya felt tears prick her eyes. She couldn't afford to crumble, but Ali's faith in her felt like a lifeline. I just don't want to hurt you. Whatever it is, we'll figure it out, he reassured her, and the sincerity in his voice made her want to tumble into his arms, find comfort in his embrace. But the shadows still loomed. Who would want to do this to me? She murmured, half to herself. I don't know, Ali replied, his brow furrowing. But when we find out, we'll confront them together. The silence stretched, heavy with uncertainty, before Maya bravely pulled out her phone again. Ali watched her, a shield of support. She stared at the screen. Should she respond? The question screamed in her mind, a battle of instinct and reason. With trembling fingers, she typed back, Who are you? What do you want from me? Before she could second-guess herself, she hit send. The act felt like a roar cutting through the night, a defiance against her fears. Ollie squeezed her hand, grounding her as they waited for a reply. Time seemed to stretch, the world around them fading into a blur as they both held their breath. Then, a response came through, chilling her to the bone. I want what's rightfully mine and I'm not leaving until I have it. Maya's heart raced. Panic surged through her veins, mixing with the realization that this was hardly over. Ollie, she whispered, fear piercing her voice. Just when her heart sank deeper into dread, she heard Ollie's voice, firm, protective. We will figure this out. No matter what it takes. The conviction in his words sparked something within her, an ember of hope amid the raging storm of uncertainty. But as they faced the uncertainty ahead, a new question arose in her mind. What was rightfully hers, and how deep did this mystery run? Maya's heart thudded in her chest, her breaths coming faster as she scanned the message again. Rightfully mine? It was as if the words were whispering a dark secret only she could hear. She could feel Ollie's eyes on her, steadying her, but the sense of impending doom weighed heavily. What do you think they mean? Ollie asked, the concern in his eyes deepening. I don't know, Maya admitted, gripping her phone like it was a grenade. But it feels personal, like they know me. Maybe it's something I did, or didn't do. They obviously want something from you, Ollie said, squeezing her hand a little tighter, as if he could transfer his strength to her. We just need to figure out what that is. Together. Maya paused, letting his warmth wash over her for just a moment. Then she exhaled, her breath shaky. But what if it's dangerous? What if they want to hurt me or you? Then we deal with it head-on, Ollie countered, his voice low but firm. There was an intensity in his gaze that ignited something inside her. She'd never had someone willing to stand by her side like this. Just then, her phone vibrated again, a sharp reminder that they weren't alone in this. She hesitated but then opened the message. It isn't just financial, the text read. It's about your family, and your past. Family? Maya choked out, panic slicing through her heart. What do they know? Ollie glanced at her, his expression shifting from concern to alarm. Maya, this is bigger than we thought. Are you sure you want to go down this path? What if it exposes everything you've tried to leave behind? Tears threatened to spill over as fear knotted in her stomach. She had fought so hard to create a new life, to bury the memories that haunted her childhood. And now it felt like they were clawing their way back in. Just when she thought she could breathe again, the air around her thickened with shadows. I can't run away, she said, her voice steadying as she looked at Ollie. I can't let them take control of my life again. Then let us confront it. What do you need from me? His sincerity melted part of her anxiety. Maya swallowed. Help me figure out who this person is. If they know me, then I might know them, or at least the reasons behind this. Ollie nodded, determination etching lines across his face. I'll help you dig deeper. We'll start by gathering whatever information we can about your past, the people in it. Maybe we can piece together the clues. As a strange sense of purpose began to swell within her, Maya took a deep breath, realizing for the first time that she wasn't alone in this battle. She strongly felt the bond forming with Ollie as they faced what lay ahead. Tomorrow, Maya said, her voice tinged with newfound resolve. We need to talk to my old neighborhood, a community center, a few friends who knew me back then. They might have answers. Sounds good, Ollie replied, a small smile breaking through the tension. We'll find a way to untangle this web. One step at a time. But as hope began to blossom, a new message appeared. With a chill running down her spine, Maya read the words that made her pulse quicken again. You can't run from your family, Maya. I know where you are. And I'm coming for you. What have I gotten us into? She whispered, her stomach twisting again as dread seeped into her. Ollie's grip tightened around hers. We'll prepare. We're in this together. No more running. Still trembling with uncertainty, Maya felt the stakes rise higher. What if her past truly held the key to their safety? And how deep did the secrets run that were about to be uncovered? The next morning dawned with a haze, as if the universe was holding its breath along with Maya. The gravity of what lay ahead pressed down on her chest, churning her stomach with nerves. Ollie was already waiting outside her apartment, his determined expression cutting through the gloom swirling in her mind. "Maya. Ready?" he called, shifting his weight from foot to foot. "Yeah," she replied, her voice barely a whisper. As she stepped out, the cool air hit her like a splash of cold water. She was alive, but the thought of facing her past made it hard to breathe. They walked together toward her old neighborhood, the streets familiar yet distant. Maya's childhood home once felt alive with laughter, but now it loomed like a haunted memory, desperately clinging to long-buried secrets. "There's the community center," Ollie pointed out, breaking her trance. Its faded paint and rusting playground equipment were a stark reminder of the years she had tried to forget. "Let us go," Maya whispered, squeezing Ali's hand for courage. He nodded, his grip steady, and they entered the center together. Inside, it was bustling with life. Families gathered, kids ran around, their laughter ringing through the air like cheerful bells. Part of her longed to rejoin that joy, but another part reminded her of the fear she carried. "Maya." A voice called out from the other side of the room, breaking her reverie. An older woman approached, her warm smile instantly familiar, lighting up Maya's heart with a jolt of nostalgia. It was Mrs. Thompson, the ever-bubbly lady who used to run the after-school programs. "Wow, you've grown. Look at you." Mrs. Thompson embraced Maya tightly, breaking through the walls she had built. "Hi, Mrs. Thompson." It's been a while," Maya managed, feeling the emotions swell. "What brings you back to us?" Mrs. Thompson's brow furrowed with concern as she eyed Ollie. "Is everything all right?" Maya glanced at Ollie, seeking support. I received some messages. About my family. I thought maybe someone here might know something." Mrs. Thompson's smile faltered, replaced by a serious expression. "You should come in. We can talk privately." They huddled in a small office filled with old photographs of the community center's best days. Maya's heart raced as she took a seat, anticipation mingling with fear. "Your family, they had a complicated history, Maya. I can't believe anyone would reach out to you now," Mrs. Thompson said cautiously, her voice low. "What do you mean?" Maya pressed, dread rising in her throat. "Let us just say your parents weren't just ordinary folks. Some people out there still think they owe you something because of their actions," she replied, looking between Maya and Ollie. "What actions?" Maya asked, fear mounting in her voice. Just then, Ollie's phone buzzed, breaking the heavy silence. He picked it up with growing urgency. As he read, his face paled. "Maya, it's another message. They're sending me a picture. It's your house. They're watching us right now." Cold dread washed over her. "What? We have to go." "No," Ollie said, suddenly alert. "We can't leave yet. Not without knowing what's really going on." The weight of her past was revealing itself quickly, and Maya felt the walls closing in. What had her parents done? And who exactly was watching her? As her world spiraled, all she knew was that she had to find the truth that could either save her or destroy the fragile hope they had ignited together. "Do you trust me?" Ollie suddenly asked, his eyes firm on hers. With her heart in her throat, Maya nodded. "Yes, but we need to know what they want. Then let us uncover every hidden part of your past, Maya." "Together," he said, determination blazing in his eyes. As they prepared to face the unknown, another chilling thought struck her. What if her past was darker than she had ever imagined? What other secrets were waiting to unfold? Maya's heart raced as the weight of the situation settled in. The air around them felt thick and electric, charged with the urgency of the truth they were about to unearth. She faced Ollie, their resolve matching each other's intensity. "We have to find out what they really want," she echoed, determination flooding her voice. Mrs. Thompson watched with a mix of concern and understanding. "Maya, trust me, whatever your parents did is not a reflection of you. They made choices, but you are not tied to those choices," she said gently. Maya took a deep breath, allowing Mrs. Thompson's words to offer a flicker of reassurance. "Can you tell us more?" She tried to keep her voice steady, fighting the anxiety twisting in her gut. The older woman nodded, summoning courage from the depths of her experience. "There were people tied to your family debts, decisions that created ripples here. What you might be facing now is a shadow of their legacy." As Mrs. Thompson shared snippets of tales, faded accounts of deals made and their unforeseen consequences, Maya's understanding of her past began to morph. It was no longer just a painful history, it was a narrative thread that entangled her life in ways she had been unaware of. Just then, Ollie's phone buzzed in a frantic rhythm. He glanced at the screen, his face losing color. "Maya, I think they're getting anxious. This message, they're escalating." His voice trembled slightly as he passed the phone to her. Maya read the words, each one slicing through her with icy precision. "You think you can hide? We know where you are, and you can run, but you can't escape your legacy. It's time to settle old scores." Terror gripped her, but her fight-or-flight instinct kicked in. "We need to act now," she exclaimed. Ollie's eyes were fierce. "What do you want to do? We can go back to the cops. They can help." "No." Maya shook her head, resolve clouding her thoughts. "Going to the police will only attract more attention. I need to face this on my own terms." Mrs. Thompson's voice filled with conviction. "You've already taken the first step, Maya. Don't doubt your strength or your path. It's time to confront your past and take the reins of your future." With a deep breath, Maya straightened her posture. "We'll confront whoever is sending these messages. But I want to do it on my own terms. We'll gather information, call on the community, and find support. We can't do this alone." Ollie nodded vigorously, his fear transforming into a fierce loyalty. "I'm with you, no matter what. Together, we can face down whatever hits us next." As they left the community center, Maya felt the rush of their renewed purpose pulsing through her. Together, they could ignite change, not just for her but for anyone tangled in the shadows of their own pasts. Guided by a newfound determination, they began to seek out others who knew her family, asking questions and listening to memories that reverberated with reverence and pain. Each story pieced together gave Maya a clearer picture. She was not just a victim but a thread in a larger fabric that included love, remorse, and healing. Days turned into weeks, and gradually, the weight on Maya lightened as stories of her parents' pasts came to light. The burdens they had carried were unimaginable, yet they had sought redemption and in turn, had passed that strength on to her. And just when Maya thought she had gathered all the pieces, the final message arrived. It was an invitation, a meeting at a neutral location with the sender, who claimed to have the missing pieces of her history. "Sounds risky," Ollie remarked, studying the address. "They could be leading you into a trap." "I can't let fear dictate my life," Maya replied, steeling her resolve. "I need to meet them. They hold the key to my family's past, and I have to know what they want." The day of the meeting arrived, and as Maya stood before the old warehouse, her heart raced. With Ollie beside her, she knew she wasn't walking into the unknown alone. They entered together, the dim light revealing shadows that danced along the walls. "Welcome, Maya," a voice called out from the shadows, as a figure emerged that made her heart stop. "It's time we discussed your legacy." It was like meeting a ghost from her family's past, a specter that bore the weight of secrets and choices she had yet to uncover. The tension in the air crackled as they began to talk, and each revelation brought the truth closer to light. And as she stood there, with Ali's hand firmly by her side, she realized she was ready to reclaim her story. She would transform the remnants of her past into a newfound purpose, not just for herself but for the community that had rallied around her. Together, they would heal. With clarity emerging from chaos, Maya opened the door to her future where her dreams could take root and flourish, no longer hindered by shadows of the past. This was more than just a battle. It was a beginning. You need to subscribe now to catch every moment of our journey towards healing and discovery. This is the moment to show your support. Hit that like button now to make sure more stories like this reach others who may feel alone. Comment below with your thoughts and feelings about this powerful transformation. And don't wait not even one more second to share this video with at least 5 friends who need to see the power of resilience.